Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise and this reading is for Donald John Trump's Friday, October 23rd. Okay, so the health of his body, his challenges to his health, his emotional body, mental body, the karma that's hanging over him, which is always accruing and of course doesn't end in just one day. Okay, and then what he's doing and his future. All right. Okay, so health of his body, challenges, emotional body, mental body, karma, what he's doing, and his future. Okay, so we have the tarot. Ooh, we had that card a couple of days ago. Okay, so with the tarot we have the Two of Pentacles for the state of his body. And the challenge is the Six of Cups, straight up. So, let's see. With the Two of Pentacles reversed, I think it's back into that because, of course, this is, you know, in relationship with his health. So, again, there's that, you know, holding water retention, swelling, you know, there could be extreme swelling. It could even be a bad cold. Sometimes it's a bad, you know, a head cold. And of course, you know, he's pretty sure still has COVID, or he's at least shedding, you know. So, but yeah, joints, because we're in the Capricornian, you know, it's Jupiter and Capricorn, so we're talking about, it can be excesses with the skeletal system. So anything that feels kind of arthritic, you know. Yeah. And then on a, you know, I know this isn't coming from the health, but then again, it does everything that we have going on inside affects our health. This card, when it's reversed, is the need for external validation. You know, I mean, even straight up, it's like the Jester. And when it's reversed, you're not getting the kind of attention that you want. You're getting attention, but it's not the kind that you want. Okay, so the challenge to all that's going on with his body and his maybe some type of arthritis and problems with his bones, not feeling good, with the Six of Cups, that has to do with something from the past, which could be COVID. It's very possible. This is, you know, the Scorpio card, Sun in Scorpio. On a health lever, in the realm of the health, we're in that place of, you know, because this card is often seen as pleasure. Right? I mean, look how much fun these guys are having, these kids are having. And I don't know if it's a boy and a girl. It looks like there's a little girl and maybe an older brother, but it could be an older sister. But, you know, there's like, here, look, we have all these flowers. Let's play. They're outside. They're having fun. Well, when it's in a challenge position, he's not in the realm of positive pleasure. He's not taking in positive pleasure. So what happens when we don't seek positive pleasure, which is, you know, healthy relationships, being out of nature, taking good care of ourselves, being in the state of love. When we don't do that, then we create substitute pleasures, which are addictions, you know, overeating, negative pleasures such as like gossiping and being mean, and he's been very mean. This could have to do with his relationship with his siblings, maybe. That's possible. But I would say, because we're doing, you know, this is a health reading, this has to do with his trying to get pleasure, but not having any care about the consequences. And maybe even trying to escape some pain, because we're in the Scorpio, you know, here. And stuck in the past, because this is a card of the past. Okay, so with his emotional body, well, we have the Fool, which is ruled by Uranus. And of course, you know, we know that he has a Sun conjunct Uranus in Gemini. So that's what makes him like such a wild card. But this is a card of accidents and not good coordination. It's kind of jerky, you know, kind of like sudden things that can happen. So it can be accidents. And it's also the card that's very connected to the nervous system, which is interesting to have in the position of the lymphatic system and the connective tissue. So this tells me that there's a nervous system issue that is affecting his ability to connect. Well, of course, you know, with himself and with anyone else. He doesn't really connect. He's just out there. Mentally, with his nervous system, we have the Six of Swords reversed. Okay. So that brings us into not getting, I mean, when it's straight up, you're moving to a more peaceful place. He's not. You know, he's not. And I'm reading this before the debate. The debate hasn't happened yet, so I don't know how it went for him, you know, because of course this is the, you know, this would be for the day after the debate. But of course I always release the videos a day early, so you'll get it on the day of the debate. And I did a separate video just on how the debate would go for him and Joe, so that's up there if you guys haven't seen it yet. So with the Six of Swords reversed with a mental nervous system, you know, type of issue, there's a real need to make a change, and it's not happening. You know, it's like that not being able to move on. If he were to go to the doctors, or, well, the doctor follows him around, it would be, you know, it'd be bad health. It would be a diagnosis of bad health, because you can't move on. There's something that's keeping you down. And it's, you know, Mercury in Aquarius. So here we are with more Aquarian energy, which is all about the nervous system. Yeah, wow. It can be sometimes like jumping ship. So maybe after the debate, he really just wants to give up. So there's that. The karma that's hanging over him with the Ace of Swords, I think simply, on the most simple level, it just has to do with all the lies that he's told. I mean, I know Washington Post has been keeping track, and it's got to be over 30,000 by now. It was 30,000 lies that he's told since the beginning, since day one. Oh man. Now, and on a reversed, if we want to just keep hanging in there with the health level, you know, the health realm, it's confusion, it's chaos. You know, it's not clear. There's no clarity here, which means being a tyrant, which means, you know, acting out, which means memory loss, and this false need to be right and to have to win all the time. So he's in this place karmically where he's always lying, and he's always doing everything he can just to get what he wants. And of course, because karma is cause and effect, what that does is that puts you in this place where, because you're in these you're literally in battle mode all the time when you're a guy like him. And when you're in battle mode all the time, it's like live by the sword and die by the sword. It's not going to go well for him. I mean, does he have anybody around him that he can really trust and that really cares about him? I doubt it. I really doubt it. So what he's doing, well, he's living the life of luxury, and he's doing everything he can to focus on that. That's his MO. And his future, ooh, with the Hierophant reversed, well, that's not good. I said it again. I swear, you guys, I've never, ever said that during a reading with one of my clients. I'm just positive, not ever. I mean, unless it was somebody asking about an ex-boyfriend or ex-husband or soon-to-be ex, maybe. But it keeps coming through with Donald. I don't know what else to say. You know, I mean, I have to read the cards as I see them, because with the Hierophant reversed here, this is really stuck. You know, there's no, when it's straight up, you have your inner authority, and you can be either aligned with man-made, whoops, sorry about the glare there, man-made laws or spiritual law. And sometimes man-made laws are very much in alignment with spiritual law, and other times they're not. Well, when it's reversed, none of that's going on. He doesn't have the keys to his freedom inside. And yeah, you know, he might have these guys that look up to him just because they're starstruck. Well, they're idiots. My God, who would ever look up to that guy? Only somebody with mental problems and many, many, many blind spots. Ugh. So, but anyway, future, on the level of the future for him with the Hierophant here, it's not going to go well, because it's like the card of the Emperor has no clothes, even though this isn't the Emperor, but this, we're dealing with the government here. We're dealing with being stuck and in that restrictive place where you're really pushing the limits with whatever the status quo is, and he's doing that. He has been doing that all along. But of course, he does not have his inner authority at all. Now, on a level of the health, it's the neck, jaw, throat, ears, because it's ruled by Venus and Taurus. And it's, thyroid, lymphatic tissue, coordination even. Because if you just look at the way I tune into it is just to look at the image. The guy's pretty rigid, right? Pretty rigid. I mean, he's just sitting there, and it's like, I know the way. I'm the one. Well, reversed, it's not very, what's the funny word my sister always would say? Connorticated. Not very connorticated. So, coordination problems, coordination problems, coordination problems. Okay, let's see what the Lenormand. Ooh. Woo. We have the fox. Wow. So in the realm of the health and the body, well, it has to do with, because the fox, they're like dogs, and they have like that hound dog, sense of smell. So in combo with this card, this can be a bad diagnosis if it's coming from, because sometimes this card can represent a specialist. So this could be a doctor, but oftentimes, most of the time, it's that something's really wrong. It's just the hands down general meaning of the fox. But on another level, it can be that whoever's taking care of him is not to be trusted, and we're also dealing in that realm of course, being wrong. This specialist that's supposed to be taking care of him is wrong and not doing the right job, and it can sometimes be a misdiagnosis. So that's really challenging. But when it comes to the physical body, it would have to do with the senses. And again, up here with the fifth chakra, senses, you know, smell, taste. Maybe because of the coronavirus, he's lost his taste. Or maybe that happened before. I don't know. Because he hasn't been honest about his experience. So, okay, let's keep going. The challenge is him. The challenge to his health is himself. Of course. Okay, emotionally, with the emotional body, with the lilies, you know, if I got this card for one of you guys, I would say, you know, you're probably in a very peaceful place, and there's wisdom and maturity and all the good things, but that's not him. So I have to read this in the sense of Alzheimer's. Mentally, with his nervous system, he's just, with the moon card, there's just so much fluctuation. He's all over the place. There's change. Also, with, like, you know, if this is functioning well, your psychic system is working well. On another level, but his doesn't, because, you know, of course, he's so distorted. So his psychic system is not working well, and especially because this card is reversed, you know, because we don't do reversals in Lenormand. This tells me that mentally he's just really thinking about his reputation, and it's not good. The karma that's hanging over him with the Sun card in the Lenormand, that reveals the distortion, it reveals the nefarious plans, it reveals what's wrong, it reveals maybe a misdiagnosis, but everything that's going wrong within him, it's going to come out. His karma is that we will see it. What he's doing, he's partying, he's celebrating, he's doing drugs, he's engaging in more super spreader events. So he might just be right back out there on the trail. And his future, well, okay, so I'm going to have to draw some more cards. This has to do with some secrets, but this also can be on a health level with the book card. You're in the area of the brain. Okay, so let me, oops. Don't feel like I need any more cards for that one, because I think that's really clear. It's just super spreader events. But more about the future. Oops, I guess all these cards are upside down. How many days in a row do I have to get this one? So now I'm going to change my meaning. I don't want to say that this has to do with his brain. I want to say that this has to do with gifts that he's receiving. Wow. We keep getting this. Oh my goodness. He's trying to buy his vote. He's trying to buy votes. Wow. But with the Sun card here, it'll come out. So he's doing something with someone or some, you know, I've gotten the club card. Let me see if I can find it here. Or remember that medal that we kept getting, that I kept getting? Let's see if I can find it. I finally found the book. There's a book that goes with this deck, and I shoved it in a drawer and finally found it. Anyway, the book says that it also, here it is, that this card here can also be that you belong to some type of a club, you know, and it could, and with, like, if these two cards were together, it would be like some kind of a secret society. So I didn't draw that for today, but I've gotten it before, and I think we've gotten it before together, the book and the metal card. So I'm sorry I didn't catch on that. It's like this card here. It took me a long time to figure out that this card meant super spreader events. And it's one of those things, you know, it's just you keep getting the same card. And I think that's my guide's way of telling me that there's still something you're missing there. Or it's something that's still going on too, of course. And I keep getting this card, and the only thing that this card has to do is with money flow, but it's money that you have. It's the fish card has to do with money coming in and the flow of it. This is money in the bank. So coupled with all these other cards, yeah, what I'm getting is that he has money coming into his campaign. And of course, these are the gifts and these are the donors right here. And of course, he has to go out on the road and do the super spreader events. But what's secret is where the money's coming from, where the gifts are coming from. But I'm going to trust the hit that I got is that he is doing his best to buy votes. He's trying to buy votes. Wow. It's like that work that Sheldon Whitehouse is doing, that senator that is breaking open, you know, things that we knew already, things that have been out there for a long time, like the Federalist Society and Citizens United, all of that. And so that's what's going to break out in the future, I think, even more of that. But anyway, I put a link to one of the shorter videos. But he came out during Amy Coney Barrett's confirmation hearing with all these charts and proof that that probably Brett Kavanaugh has been bought and paid for, you know, by these societies that can hide their you know, the donor money. And so it can be like, let's say if you're Rebecca Mercer or Robert Mercer, you know, her father, and you want to make sure this politician gets in because you know, they're going to do something for you on some level or many levels. Fine, it's always financially. It's always about following the money. But imagine that that's what's happening. And you don't want that money traced back to you, so you give it to this society or this order or this, you know, this LLC, this foundation. And it can even be maybe written off if it's a charitable organization, and then they pull the money out and give it to the person that's going to, you know. So it's basically bribery. This is a card of bribery. Donald Trump has been bribed and he bribes. That's his MO all his life. And that's easy to research and find the truth on. There's so much evidence out there. So it'll all be revealed at some point. So, okay, this feels complete. Let's use the Animal Spirit Oracle and see what we need to know for us. Oh, nice. Okay. Vulture Spirit. Is this not the most complete deck of Animal Spirit or what? Anyway, nothing is wasted. Oh, God. I needed to hear that. I feel like this last 4 years has been wasted on one level. But on another level, I know that deeply the darkness was always there, and it's just, it needed to be exposed. So that's it hasn't been a waste. Oh, okay. So for us to watch our words. Oh, okay. Well, you know, this can be looked at on many levels. It can be looked at on ways that we put ourselves down, put other people down, ways that we maybe, you know, a good thing to, because our words have power. There is power in our words, that's for darn sure. So to remember that, but also listen to that little, if you can, keep the TV off. If you want it on for the news to see if something's going to happen, just mute it. But have enough silence during the day so you can listen to the little voices that are in the back of your mind. Now, not even totally, because the ones in the front, now the ones in the front that you know about, of course, pay attention to those too, if they're negative. If you're in that place of, oh, these guys are always going to get away with this, oh, it's just always going to be awful, oh, we're going to hell in a handbasket, no, we don't even get handbaskets this year, if you're in that, turn it around, because your words have power. They truly create, your reality. So get in touch with any negative self-talk and any, places where you just go into negativity. And with frog spirit, perfectly. Yes, that helps to clear out that clutter, the inner clutter. And to know that, our attitudes create our reality just as much as our words and our deeds and our, psychological material, our soul substance that's going on inside. So we have to clear that out. So when you get the negative, self-talk or the pessimistic beliefs that come up, anything that's not geared towards the positive or positive reality and positive pleasure, what you want to do is question it. It's like, why do I think that? Why do I believe that? And don't read or listen to other people that talk that way. If you have friends that talk that way all the time and you challenge them on that and they don't want to change, or they even put you down or call you like stupid or, don't blow any sunshine up my, whatever, that kind of thing, those aren't healthy people to hang out with. So clear out the clutter if you need to. Don't take in any negative words and don't put out negativity. Which is challenging. I have to check myself on that every day. All the time. All the time. It's a part of life. It's like, oh, wait, I'm sorry. No, reel that back in, So, okay, well, that's all I have for today, you guys. Take good care. Okay, bye.